Welcome, Wanderer. You've found the Seeker's Scroll, a solo RPG podcast for world builders, storytellers, and seekers of the strange. I'm the Realm Seeker, a wanderer of words, worlds, and what-ifs, creator of the Realm Zone, where solo RPG meets mysticism, reflection, and world building. This is a space for quiet adventures, inner journeys, and stories that unfold between the lines of dice and dreams. In this series, I'll be sharing Sathu's Journey, a serialized solo RPG campaign set in the mythic world of Uzul. Sathu is a wandering lizard priest, a seeker of spiritual truth in a land shaped by forgotten gods, ancient relics, and unseen forces. These scrolls blend immersive storytelling, light lit RPG elements, and reflections drawn from mythology, philosophy, and the mysteries of consciousness. Expect introspective scenes, strange encounters, and moments of silence where the real story waits. This is where it all begins, before the journey properly starts. Alright, let's step into the story. Sathu's Journey, Episode 0, Character Creations and Intentions. Originally published March 31st, 2025. You can find it on realmzone.substack.com. Sathu is a lawful good lizard folk cleric, also called priest, devoted to Vumar, the god of light, life, and protection. Clerics draw their power from divine sources, but Sathu's meditative and spiritual nature makes him especially rewarding to roleplay. He is serious, introspective, and somewhat naive about the ways of the wider world, yet he carries a quiet determination. His greatest dream is to build a humble stronghold deep in the wilds, a place where students may gather to study the mysteries of Vumar and the hidden threads of creation itself. Quick reference: Sathu the Seeker. Class: Cleric. Race: Lizard folk. Armor class is 15. Hit points 16. Attacks with the mace with a +2 attack bonus. Magic, divine, cleric spells and cantrips. Special traits: swimming, bite attack, natural armor from the scales. Personality: serious, spiritual, but naive. Character notes: lawful good. Sathu is committed to fighting evil with unwavering discipline. He values truth, justice, and compassion, and is willing to make personal sacrifices to help others. Cleric of Vumar. He channels the divine radiance of the guardians of souls, using holy flames and light to protect, heal, and pass judgment on those who spread darkness. He combines a commitment to oppose evil with the discipline to fight relentlessly. Stats and attributes. Every character in basic fantasy RPG has 6 core attributes: strength, intelligence, wisdom, dexterity, constitution, and charisma that range from 3 to 18, as well as other important aspects like magic, combat, and social interaction. Higher scores provide useful bonuses, like Sathu's strength of 13 gives him a +1 to melee attacks, making him fairly strong in battle and able to wear armor comfortably. Combat stats: AC, HP, and AB. Armor class: AC. Measures how hard Sathu is to hit. The higher the score, the better. Sathu starts at AC 15 due to leather armor, his buckler shield, and tough scaly skin. Hit points, HP, represent how much damage Sathu can take. He starts with 16 hit points. Parentheses, solo note. For those curious, Sathu's HP was rolled as 1d8 plus 1, which equals 9. That was for him being a lizard folk. And then he has a 1d6 plus 1 for his constitution, which is 7. So we get 9 plus 7, which is 16. Attack bonus, or AB. This influences how accurately Sathu can hit enemies with his mace. Currently has a +2 bonus. Equipment and starting gold. Sathu began with 130 gold pieces, rolled 3d6 times 10, and spent it practically on equipment like a mace, 6 gold pieces, custom-made leather armor, 60 gold pieces, and basic adventuring gear including food, water, and a warm winter blanket, 1 gold piece. I'll talk more about equipment, armor, and weapon options in future posts. Quote, "Where Vumar shines, truth and courage meet, and only cowards turn away." End quote. Tamas, prophet of the Pillars of First Light. Magic and spells. Sathu wields divine radiance, a form of magic granted through his devotion to Vumar. Cantrips, also called orisons, are minor spells Sathu can use frequently, while his higher level cleric spells are more powerful, but not available until level 2. In basic fantasy, clerics and druids spend 30 minutes, or 3 turns, in prayer each morning. Unlike magic users, they do not need to choose specific spells ahead of time. Instead, they gain access to all spells they qualify for, selecting which to cast in the moment as the situation calls for. A cleric may cast a number of cantrips per day equal to his level plus ability bonus. In this case, for clerics, it will be wisdom, and Sathu has a 17 wisdom, so he gets a +2. Call to worship. Mentally notifies patrons that religious services are beginning. It has a 1-mile radius per level. Cure minor wounds. Heals 1 hit point, and you have to touch. Guidance, +1 to subject's next attack roll, and reversed it would be misguide, which would give the subject -1 to their next attack roll. Meal blessing. Anyone who eats the meal within 20 minutes heals 1 hit point. The meal must be normally prepared and obtained in a way that the deity permits. Mend. Mends breaks, dents, and holes in small objects. Predict weather. The cleric may predict the weather up to 24 hours in advance. Virtue. A subject gains 1 temporary hit point, 1 round per caster's level. Ward. This grants +1 to the subject's next saving throw. Reversed, curse gives the opposite effect. And water to wine. Turn 1 flask or mug of water to wine. Special abilities. As a lizard folk, Sathu has several unique racial abilities. He swims quickly and can hold his breath up to 10 minutes, or 1 turn. He has a powerful bite he can use in emergencies, and his natural scales provide extra protection, but special armor costs 3 times as normal. We'll explore these abilities further in another post dedicated entirely to lizard folk. Skills and saving throws. Saving throws are checks to resist magical or dangerous effects. Sathu also has secondary skills from his background as an acolyte, like insight and religion, making him useful in situations involving reading a person's true intent, as well as religious knowledge about the Codex of Eternal Vigilance, an artifact of profound spiritual significance believed to be divinely inscribed. Sathu donates 10% of his earnings to the Church of Illumination each month, by choice. Parentheses, his peers think he's crazy. Quote, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. End quote. Aesop. And that brings us to the end of this episode. A simple beginning for a journey that will take us through forgotten places, strange encounters, and quiet moments of reflection. Closing thoughts. Don't worry about memorizing each detail. Getting comfortable with your character comes first. As Sathu adventures, levels up and encounters new challenges, updated character sheets, and more detailed discussions of the mechanics like special racial abilities, additional spells, and how some solo RPG adjustments work. Quote, Vumar is the personification of divine radiance. End quote. Xanthir, High Priest of the Temple of Illumination. Thanks for joining me on this journey. In future episodes, we'll explore how Sathu's faith influences his journey, not just in combat, but in difficult choices he faces along the way.